considering it ended under rain, did this ended their weekend on a low note?
Give Dave Blaney his Harley J. Earl trophy. That's all I've really got to say after this one. I mean, I cannot believe that we called this race, but I get it. I trust that people were out there, doing their best, and if the humidity just wasn't going to let us, I know some fans of the track took some pictures and said, "Hey, it's actually drying out." Who knows if it was like that all the way around the track? I wasn't there. I trust that NASCAR made that decision. But 12 years ago, we repaved the entire corner where Montoya hit that jet dryer. I'm sorry. I'm never going to get over that one. Apologies to all the Matt Kenseth fans out there. I just feel like we have been a little bit inconsistent with these calls. But yeah, I mean, I think, again, for everybody other than Christopher Bell, everybody other than the crew guys on that number 20 team and Joe Gibbs himself, I think this was absolutely a low note to end this weekend on. I think everybody wanted to see, not just what Kyle Larson could do, but like you mentioned, Joe, this 1.5 mile package has been unequivocally the best place to watch these next-gen cars race. I think everybody was looking forward to seeing how we could have gotten this race restarted and finished and see it all play out naturally. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. And again, we can second guess those decisions all we want. There were some rumors that there was more weather in the area, more lightning strikes within the 8-mile radius, even if there wasn't more precipitation. That obviously would have forced at least a 30-minute delay on top of that. And then, if you can factor in how much time we had left in the race, if we were going to be racing until 3 a.m., probably not the best idea in the world. But again, it is remarkably frustrating that this weekend ended the way it did, especially for Kyle Larson not being able to get the chance to get back behind the wheel of his number 5 car. But again, hopefully he can have another shot at it next year. Hopefully next year the weather cooperates and we get all 600 miles in. But yeah, as great as Indy was, a little bit of a downer that it got postponed to later in the afternoon, and then obviously a massive buzzkill there at the end. With no disrespect to Christopher Bell, who I said at the start of the segment deserved the win 100%. Very low note to end the weekend on, unfortunately.
A low note, and I feel especially since Indy 500 had the weather situation, Monaco with the red flag, that just took strategy out and was really just a procession. It's not going to exactly be remembered as the greatest Memorial Day race weekend when it comes to the big 3 races. At least the Indianapolis 500 lived up to the hype. The Coca-Cola 600 was living up to the hype. It just unfortunately ended on that low note, and that was the end of the race weekend.
And a great story at Monaco. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's great to see Leclerc finally win that race. It's just, conversation we come back to all year. The racing itself in Monaco was not really racing. And that's something that we have to talk about and consider, what we can do to try to fix that every year. But, again, there were great storylines. I don't think, some people on Twitter were saying that the day was, or X, I'm sorry, were saying that the race was, a total buzzkill and completely ruined the weekend, or that the weekend as a whole was completely not worth it. I don't agree with that. I think there was some great high moments, but yeah, it was frustrating to end it on that note and not be able to get the full 600 miles in.